especially, I think, which you're talking about a lot here, is one of the use cases that all these companies say is why their technology is good. Like they almost use education as a way to market their tools. So here, I think teachers and students play such an important role in voicing what is it that they value and building for them. And I think all of us now can be and should be involved in how these technologies develop.
That's perfect. Yes, this is the time to get involved, right? The tools are being built now. The more involved students and teachers are in communicating and about the tools and critiquing the tools, yeah, the better the tools will be.
I really think designing with humans, like thinking of who a technology is going to affect directly and indirectly, and bringing them into designing with them. And that means empowering them with the tools to design, with the knowledge to design, getting their opinions on making a tool that affects them instead of it being like a one-way transfer of here's a tool, you use it. That's one way. I think a lot about evaluating tools, like evaluating them for their human impact, their social impact, like impact on a single person, impact on a school, impact on a society, and um, mitigating some harms in those impacts before putting it out there. I also think a lot about policy decisions. So we have so many amazing initiatives in AI policy, government policy, like social policy, and keep, keeping those policy decisions up to speed with how AI is moving and having regulatory measures in force so that they benefit humans more than harm humans. Those are things on top of my mind. Kate, I'm curious to know what you're thinking.
I love the policy suggestion. I was just thinking, Safinah, about the fact that I was just thinking about the fact that some of the tools that we use, like OpenAI's products with ChatGPT, doesn't have it, or at least it didn't yesterday, have a confidence score, right? So it produces this output, but then you have no idea how confident it is in that output. But you know, for viewers of this video who may be familiar with this, having a confidence score is actually pretty standard in machine learning and in industry. You need to know how well your tool is performing. You need to know how confident it is in the prediction that it just made. And to have tools today that are generating content with no report on how confident it is of that output is a little bit strange. So yeah, maybe there's much policy work to be done, but I think things like that, these little shifts requiring these tools to be a little bit more transparent with how they're making the predictions, what data they're using, and how confident they are in their generated output, or how confident they are in their predictions would be really helpful. That's it. So I really appreciate you bringing that up, Safinah.
And I also add to that wonderful thing Kate said, in that I think also everyone now needs to be involved. Like everyone's voice is actually really, really important. Like we often think of technologies as something that technologists and companies build. But I think now it's more than just a technical system. Like it is a socio-technical system. It's affecting all our lives.
Um, I also want to add, in addition to everything that's been said so far, I wanted to add to the question of how do we bring in that human element? It might be helpful to think about your goals for using the tool before you use it. As a designer, maybe think, you know, what output am I hoping to create? Or as an educator, you know, what is it that I really want my students to learn? I think setting a goal early before you really dive into the tool can be helpful, because I've just noticed with myself and with some of the people I work with that the generated output is very captivating and interesting, right? And we want to explore it, and it can influence what we ultimately decide we want to do. And that can be helpful, but sticking to what you wanted to create, writing down that goal in advance, might be a helpful way for you to make sure the tool is working for you, rather than you're kind of following the generated content of the tool. And that might be helpful advice for our students too. You know, if you're using the tool to help you write, think about what you really want to write first, create an outline, you know, write down the structure that you'd like to see, and then work with the tool to help you with your writing and the crafting work. And that might help you get to a place where you as a learner, maybe learning to write, maybe learning a new language, maybe learning like a new way of writing persuasion or argument, you're able to put a lot of the work that I used to do as a kid, where I'd have to like type and craft and delete, and you can put a lot of that labor aside, and you can really start leaning into some of the things that really do make us human, the fact that we evaluate, the fact that we have taste and style. You can really lean into honing into some of that craftsmanship that makes art truly captivating and exciting. We can do things that might help us explore our humanity, but as long as we're using the tool in a way that's aligned with the directions that we'd like to go.